The Alchemist is a philosophical novel written by Brazilian author Paulo Coelho. Originally published in Portuguese in 1988, it has since become one of the most translated and best-selling books in history. The novel blends mysticism, spirituality, and self-discovery into a compelling narrative. At its heart, The Alchemist is a story about following one's dreams and listening to one's heart. Plot summary. The story follows a young Andalusian shepherd named Santiago who dreams of discovering a treasure hidden near the Egyptian pyramids. Santiago lives a simple life tending to his sheep and traveling across the Spanish countryside. However, he begins to feel a sense of restlessness and longing for something more meaningful. One night, he has a recurring dream about a child who tells him to find a treasure in Egypt. Santiago visits a gypsy fortune teller to interpret the dream. She tells him to pursue the treasure even though she cannot provide many details. At first skeptical, Santiago becomes convinced after meeting Melchizedek, the mysterious king of Salem, who introduces the concept of the personal legend, one's destiny or purpose in life. Melchizedek explains that when someone truly desires something, all the universe conspires in helping them achieve it. He gives Santiago two magical stones, Urim and Thummim, which help interpret omens. Motivated by this divine encouragement, Santiago sells his sheep and sets out for Tangier, North Africa. However, soon after arriving, he is robbed of all his money and left disillusioned. Despite this setback, Santiago chooses not to give up. He finds work with a crystal merchant, helping him improve his business. Santiago learns valuable lessons about perseverance, hard work, and the danger of settling for comfort instead of chasing dreams. After earning enough money, Santiago joins a caravan crossing the desert toward Egypt. During the journey, he meets an Englishman who is studying alchemy, the science of transforming base metals into gold. The Englishman is searching for a legendary figure known as the Alchemist, who is said to possess deep spiritual wisdom and the philosopher's stone. The Englishman introduces Santiago to the idea that true alchemy is spiritual, turning the lead of one's soul into gold. While crossing the desert, the caravan stops at an oasis due to tribal wars. There, Santiago meets Fatima, a woman of the desert, and they quickly fall in love. Santiago is torn between his love for her and his desire to complete his journey. Fatima encourages him to pursue his personal legend, promising to wait for him. This proves to Santiago that true love does not stop one from achieving their goals, but instead supports them. Soon after, Santiago has a vision of an impending attack on the oasis. He shares his vision with the tribal chieftains, who take action and prevent the attack, earning Santiago respect. He also finally meets the mysterious alchemist, who becomes his spiritual guide. The alchemist teaches Santiago about listening to his heart, reading the omens, and understanding the soul of the world, a spiritual force that connects all things. The alchemist and Santiago continue the journey toward the pyramids. Along the way, the alchemist demonstrates mystical powers and teaches Santiago deeper spiritual truths, including the idea that fear is the greatest obstacle to realizing one's dreams. When they are captured by soldiers in the desert, the alchemist tells the soldiers that Santiago is a powerful alchemist who can turn himself into the wind. Santiago, though terrified, meditates and connects with the soul of the world. Miraculously, he conjures a windstorm, demonstrating his spiritual strength and winning their freedom. Finally, Santiago arrives at the pyramids and begins digging for the treasure. He finds nothing and is attacked by thieves. One of the thieves mockingly tells him that he too once had a dream about a treasure in Spain, buried under a sycamore tree in an old church, ironically, the very place where Santiago had his first dream. Realizing the treasure was back where he started, Santiago laughs with joy. He returns to Spain and finds a chest of gold and jewels buried under the tree. The journey was not in vain. It taught him about life, love, and the importance of following one's dreams. Themes: personal legend and destiny. The central theme of The Alchemist is the idea of a personal legend, the purpose each person is meant to fulfill. Santiago's journey represents the universal search for meaning and self-realization. The novel encourages readers to pursue their dreams, no matter the obstacles. The language of the universe. Coelho uses spiritual metaphors like the soul of the world and omens to suggest that there is a universal language that can be understood when we listen with our hearts. Santiago learns that by aligning with this spiritual force, he can achieve his destiny. Fear as an obstacle. The novel repeatedly suggests that fear, especially fear of failures, what prevents people from achieving their dreams. Santiago learns to overcome fear through faith and courage. The journey versus the destination. Although Santiago's treasure was always in Spain, his growth and transformation came through the journey itself. The real treasure is not the gold, but the wisdom and self-discovery gained along the way. Love and sacrifice. Santiago's love for Fatima highlights that true love does not hinder one's goals. Instead, it supports and waits patiently. Their love is based on mutual respect and understanding. Character summary. Santiago, the protagonist, a curious and courageous shepherd who follows his dream. Melchizedek, the wise king of Salem who introduces Santiago to the idea of a personal legend. The Englishman, a fellow traveler who seeks knowledge through books and science. The Alchemist, a powerful, mystical figure who becomes Santiago's mentor. Fatima, a desert woman who symbolizes true love and faith. Symbolism and motifs. The desert represents the challenges and vastness of life's journey. The treasure symbolizes personal fulfillment and purpose. Omens represent divine guidance. Alchemy, a metaphor for spiritual transformation. Conclusion. The Alchemist is more than just a story of adventure. It is a spiritual guide wrapped in a novel. Through Santiago's journey, Paulo Coelho encourages readers to follow their hearts, face their fears, and never give up on their dreams. The novel emphasizes that the universe supports those who are true to their purpose, and that sometimes we must go on a long journey just to find that what we seek was within us all along. It is a timeless tale that speaks to all ages, reminding us that the true